The tip I'm about to share will really bring your iMovie visuals to the next level.
He's the pretty good photographer.
Hello once again, folks. Shannon here. This channel, Pretty Good Photographer, provides the hobbyist photographer and YouTubers budget hacks to get great results. In today's video, I'm going to show you an easy trick to animate graphics for your iMovie video. This is going to give you options not available in the stock iMovie program. So let's get started in Keynote. We're going to use a new document. Make sure that we are on the wide 16:9 format. This will match our video aspect ratio. Basic wide is fine. Let's hit create. First thing, we're just going to drag, make sure that all of this is selected, and hit delete. We'll take all of that stock information out. Because we want this to drop down in front or animate in front of whatever video is playing, we want to change the color fill to no fill. We don't want any sort of background to this video. It looks black, but it'll actually be transparent when we export it, if we use the right settings. So let's bring in an icon. I found all of these icons through a web search. Just make sure that whatever icon you're searching for, you're getting a PNG file. This ensures that the white areas around the icon are transparent and the icon itself will just be cut out. So let's do a subscribe button animation. Drag and drop into the Keynote file. Then we can align. You can see we have grid lines, places that'll help us get there. We can also resize. I don't want it to be this large. I want this to be the bottom of a video. I want to center it left to right. That's where I want this to land. So now let's make sure that we have selected our icon and we can go to the animate button. We have 3 action sections to choose from. So we're going to add an effect on the build in. We have all of these effects, and we can preview any of these effects to see how they bring in or build in our icon, our animation. So I want to use drop. Here's the preview of drop, and I'll click that. Now we have the ability to change that. We have the ability to preview it. We have the ability to change the duration. You can play with this for sure. The longer you go, the longer the animation takes. As you can see, it will bounce forever now. So I'm going to leave it at 1 second. And we have this order. Right now we only have one. We only have one animation, so that's what we're going to see. So for the next one, let's do the action. So after the build-in, there's the ability to put actions, and even multiple actions here if you like. Your number of effects is much smaller, but you can find any of these that you want to use. I'm going to choose jiggle. Again, you get the ability to change the duration, the length of the jiggle. You also, on this one, so depending on the action, you get different ways to manipulate or adjust it. So this is what a small action or a small jiggle would look like. This is what a large jiggle would look like. And then this is the medium jiggle. I'm going to leave it there. We also get an add action. So if we wanted to give it another action to do here, let's, after it jiggles, let's have it pop. So you can see that preview of the pop. So you can adjust the scale, the duration of the pop. So we can change the order of the actions with this here. If we want to see the build order, we can hit this button. We can see what the build orders are. I'm just going to hit shift and click the top one to highlight them all and hit the preview. We can see what the whole sequence looks like right now. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the build out. So I enjoy kind of the fade and move or the move out. Here's fade and move. Here's move out. Move out it is for this one, but again, we have all of these to choose from. Feel free to play with these and see what happens. We can choose the direction. We can choose the duration. We can choose the bounce. So you can see it actually moves slightly to the left and then exits to the right. Preview, zoom. If we remove the bounce, it just moves straight out to the right. So again, the ability to change the order here if we so desire. The ability to look at all of the orders to see the build sequence. And there is our animation. So now that that is all built and we're happy with the way this looks, we can picture this on top of our video, right? If we decide that, well, maybe that's a little too large, you know, we can still make those adjustments and reposition as necessary. Once we are ready to go, we're just going to File, Export to Movie. Okay, Movie. It's going to be self-playing. I'm going to do all slides, although there's only one. I don't have to worry about these. I'm not sure if this makes any difference at all. I'm going to change this to 1 second. The resolution, I've got a 1080p resolution right now, 1024 by 768. You can change that resolution anything you want it to be, but I'm going to custom, so that way I can have access to these frame rates. I'm generally shooting in 24 frames a second, so that's where I have put that here, although we have lots of options if you're shooting in a different frame rate. And then the compression type. I don't have a whole lot of experience here. I am choosing Apple ProRes 4444 because for sure that one gives me the option to export with transparent backgrounds, and that is of utmost importance here. So let's go ahead and export this. We are saving it as subscribe, animation. This is going into my Pretty Good Photographer folder. You can obviously choose where that's going to go and hit export. I had already built this once, so we're just going to overwrite what we had, and now we have this button. All right, let's go find the file. In my iCloud Pretty Good Photographer folder, you can see our subscribe animation. We can pull that up and we can view what that's going to look like. That looks great. That looks great. So I'm going to put this in my animations folder where I've got a bunch of other ones. Let's take a look now at what we can do with this in iMovie. We'll just open up an existing project, and I'm just going to drag and drop that in here just to give you an idea of how this will work. So here we are, we're back. We'll go into my animations folder. We just did the subscribe animation, and I'm going to drop it in right off the bat here. Let's move it. Yeah, we'll just bring it in right off the bat. So let's see what that's going to look like. It is now. So when I drag and drop this in, we need to make sure, you can see I've got that clip highlighted. It is in a cutaway. This is going to be, those are the settings that you want.
Photographers and YouTubers get started with tips, tricks, and gear review. He's the Pretty Good Photographer.
That looks great. We can adjust the clip if we need to. We can actually come in, and if it's a little long, we can change the speed. We can make it a little faster or a little slower. So now it's double the speed.
On this channel,
So that's a really cool feature. You can change that to any custom speed that you want it, and that should get you started with animation on your iMovie videos using Keynote. As you can see in my folder structure, you can build yourself a library of these to use in your video content, or easily make a custom graphic or title for your movie. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please consider hitting the like button. It helps with the algorithm so other people can find this video. And if this video earned it, consider hitting the subscribe button for more photography and video content. As always, folks, thank you for watching my video, and I will talk to you again in the next one.
He's the pretty good photographer.